back to Ellimorph SFX. This mask is a little tricky, requiring some sculpting skills. It took me about 2.5 hours to prepare and barely 60 minutes to complete. We did spend a little bit of money on the costume for this look. If you're new to the techniques used in this video, check out our ultimate guide to latex paste. This will be a mask tutorial more than a makeup tutorial. The mask will be made out of latex paste, which is a mix of liquid latex and flour. I will do a few patches at the time as I don't want them to be stuck together. I want these pieces to overlap later when I stick them all into one piece. Starting with a brow piece and a cheek piece, I've looked at a lot of different reference pictures and the mask seems to be changing in every video or every movie, so I will be winging it a little bit. These are done, so I will put them in the microwave and they will cure for 10 seconds and then I can move on to the next piece. This one will be quite big as it's covering my nose and my brow, so smear out the paste on there and smooth it out with your fingers. Here I won't smooth the edges as I want them to be ripped and thick, so we're not going to blend this to my skin, so just leave them as they are. That will look the best. Don't forget to dip your fingers or your tools in liquid latex before you start to sculpt, and then they won't stick to the paste. I am using a brush so I can more easily shape the nose. I've actually found this to be a lot easier as I have quite long nails. And there we have it. So this looks really pretty. I'm keeping them quite asymmetrical and I think that's the best to do for this look. So don't try to make it too pretty because it's ripped of skin attached to a crazy man's face. So this one is also a quite big piece and also the last piece for my face. I'm trying to copy one of the reference pictures that I had, which was an extra piece of a face with a nose and kind of the lips on the side. So this is a nose that I'm trying to make and then have the lips or the top lip of this dead person go on the side of my lip, as you can see. And now we move on to the sides of the face, or the neck also. So I'm making one big flat piece of skin, and this is just to have like as an extra in case I have patches or whatever that I want to add to, or pieces that aren't big enough for my face. The next 3 pieces are also something that I saw in this reference picture. So I'm gonna make an ear, I'm gonna make a nose, and I'm gonna make a mouth. So starting with the ear, here I am using a brush again because I just realized that this is a lot easier. You only have to think about the brush that you're using is probably gonna get ruined, so don't use a brush that you love because it's gonna die. So I make an ear. I think the ear looked kind of alright. Nose was kind of hard to, lip was a disaster. So just try to shape the best that you can. So this is my nose, so I'm working on this. And then we have the lip. I don't know why I had trouble making the lip, but this is what they ended up looking like. Again, I will make one flat piece that will just look like a big skin flap, and it will be an extra in case I need to add more skin to my mask. I am pinning all the pieces to get a good overview of what my mask will look like and see if I need more pieces to cover what I want covered. I think I am happy with the result. I have all of the pieces that I need, so this is what it ended up looking like before all of the painting, and that is the next step. So we're going to move on to painting. All the pieces are laid out and I will be using alcohol activated paints because I like how you can layer them and the fact that you can really easily do thin coats. You can use any paint that you have. In fact, if you want to use the same technique that I have, but with a cheaper option, you can use water paints. All you got to do is use a lot of water so that the paints go very thin. I am doing a couple of pieces at a time, so I just add different shades of skin color and a little bit of red or pink to the edges as they are ripped up from somebody's face or body. So a little bit of blood, I think, is good. And this technique is one of my favorites, spraying on the pigments like this. You can use a brush that I have, you can use like a toothbrush, it will get the same kind of result. So I try to just add a little bit of different colors so that you can see that the different patches come from different people with different skin tones. Adding a little bit of brown, a little bit of red, a little bit of blood in some of the parts like in the inside of the ear, inside the nose, as if the person had like blood coming out of the nose. Last little piece, getting some paint. I'm playing around with a little bit of blue to get that really dead kind of look. And here we have all of the pieces painted and done. And this video's talent shout out goes to Lucy as Effects. She has really cool effects filling up her Instagram feed. Go check out her content, show some love, follow, and tell her we said hi. Back to putting this mask together. Now my first idea was to actually sew the pieces together, but it was quite hard and I was afraid to rip up the pieces. So I went with hot glue. I'm putting it all together on top of my face cast so that I know everything will fit my face. And I glue everywhere where the pieces overlap. I still want to have that stitched look, so I cut up this fake leather thread in little pieces and then I glue them in place again with some hot glue. If you do this, make sure that you're being careful. It's called hot glue for a reason. I don't want you to burn your little fingers. I put all of the stitches a little bit everywhere and also in a kind of random way because I don't want it to look like it was planned. He adds pieces to his face as he moves along, killing people. So there we have the face part. I'm gonna do the same thing with the neck pieces, but I pin them on top of this so I know that it's gonna fit and cover everything. And here on the side you can see that I'm adding one of these pieces where I didn't make any like body part, it was just a skin flap. So this will cover a bit more of my neck. There we have it. When all is glued into one piece, I go back in with some more paint to cover up the parts that I missed when they were flat on my table. And I also add some more color to make it look a bit more dirty. I add like a big chunk of color and then I pour some alcohol into it and it will be runny and just look like dirt. You can do the same thing with your water paints. And the mask is almost done. I think it ended up looking really cool. Hope you like it too. Let's complete this costume. Hello again, it's me still here. Here we have the mask. This is what it will look like on my face. First thing we gotta do is get rid of my long hair. So I put it in a low bun and cover it with a hairnet or a wig cap. Under his mask, you can still kind of see his eyes looking normal, so I just want to dirty it up. So I put some dirt paint, which is what this one is called, on my eyes and around my mouth, which is going to be visible through the mask. My teeth are a bit too white, so we're going to apply this yellow tooth enamel. This one's called Nicotine from Hair and Makeup. Tastes kind of weird, a little bit like mint. But it'll come off when you brush your teeth, so don't worry about that. Just let it dry and move on. I will glue this mask to my face using liquid latex. You can use any skin adhesive. If you don't want it glued to your face, you can just add a strap around the back of your head and it'll stay up on its own. So just push the mask against your face, make sure everything is in place. This one really fits my face as I did on my face cast, so I know that my nose is where the nose goes on the inside. Yes, now it's in place. My skin is still kind of too clean, so I'm adding black and brown hairspray, body and hairspray, and I just spray it everywhere I have skin visible. This guy gotta have some hair, so it's a wig time. This is just a really cheap and ugly wig that I cut up and then I put it on backwards because that looked the freakiest. Yeah, gotta trim it a little bit more. Boy band hair is nice and ready. I add some more dark paint around my eyes because I still think it looked a bit too bright. Next up is some blood. This guy's been chopping up bodies all day, so he can't be without blood. A little bit in the face and a little bit on the costume. We are almost done. Looking at myself in the mirror wearing this, I felt like a complete freak, and I was also very happy with the look. This brings us to the Swedish lesson of the day. Seeing myself looking like this, I'm thinking to myself, why do I not have a boyfriend? Varför har jag ingen pojkvän? It is a complete mystery, but who cares? I've got you! We really hope you like this look, that you subscribe, comment what you want to see next, and happy almost Halloween!